Happy New Year. Peter Lurie here to take you through the week on HRTV.
Get set for the new year with New York Racing Association's Andy Serling. Andy, what are your plans for this evening in New York?
It's going to be so crazy. I don't even think I can say it on the air. How about you?
Hang out in Wall Street or something? We're going to watch the ball drop on Eastern time, so we can be up in time to do Race Day America tomorrow morning. Together.
There's no way you can possibly stay up until midnight.
Well, it's impossible for me to stay up till 9 these days, but heck,
Yes,
I'll try.
We can talk about how old we are.
Let's do the last bullet drill of 2010, shall we?
Let's
Since
do
it's
it.
New Year's Eve on Friday. How about a New Year's resolution? Give me one resolution for the viewers to know about.
Bet more on my winners than my losers.
Okay. Have you ever kept a New Year's resolution?
Never.
What is the over-under for your New Year's resolution to be done?
Third race on January 1st.
Early double. I'll take the unders. I don't even give you a race 3.
Zoe Cadman roamed Clocker's Corner on the last day of 2010 with one question: what's your New Year's resolution?
Down here at Clocker's Corners with some New Year's resolutions.
Lose 30 pounds.
To come back here every year is so beautiful.
I hate to say this, my New Year's resolution this year is actually come to the races.
Giving up smoking, but I'm not sure that's going to happen tomorrow morning.
For everybody to come to beautiful Santa Anita and spend their weekends with us.
Pick some winners the following year. And
You're quitting smoking, right?
yeah, gonna quit smoking and a few other vices, I hope.
I got the conference, so we're gonna win.
Beating Raphael and Joel.
And Joel, yeah, that's the one I wanna be.
Win lots of races, win some more Breeders' Cups, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea.
Just to treat everybody nice.
I have a big resolution. I need to win a lot of races this year and make a lot of money.
My New Year's resolution is not to get beat as often in 2011 as I was in 2010. How about that?
To bet more and pick more winners.
What about that cigar in your hand?
I'm going to die with a cigar in my hand.
I'm here with Banjo and Creole. I need a New Year's resolution. Eat more carrots. Eat the microphone. Got it?
I want to be nicer to you this year.
A lot nicer.
A lot nicer.
On January 1st, all promising 2-year-olds turned into promising 3-year-olds, and trainer Bob Baffert may have the factor to get his horse to the first Saturday in May.
Tell me about the factor, Bob. Would he be your most promising 2-year-old turning 3 in the barn?
Well, I mean, I think I have a number of them that look like they're starting to come around now, and so they're like late developers. So, the way they ran this week, we got Awesome Patriot, Uncle Sam. First time going long, wins pretty easily. So it's exciting. It's still got a long way to go, but at least, look like they're starting to fire.
The factor broke the track record. Was that a surprise to you? I know the track was very fast that day.
He's actually a really fast horse. I think the track was probably a second faster that day than normal because of the water, the moisture in the track. But he is a really fast horse. So it'll be interesting to see, how far he can carry that speed.
You've chosen to start them late in the year. Is this by design, or were there some hiccups along the way?
Well, the factor, he got sick early in this late summer, so I had to stop on him. I had him at Del Mar, and the rest of them I didn't have him at Del Mar. I just got him. I didn't take him down there.
Will you kick on with all 3 of these for a tough 3-year-old campaign aiming towards a Triple Crown?
Well, I mean, we all dream and hope about it, but I think that I don't want to get ahead of myself. We got a long way to go.
Owner of the factor, George Bolton, joined Race Day America on Sunday.
Tell us about where you came up with him, picked him out, purchased him, that sort of thing.
Well, it's an interesting story. Jerry Bailey, the consigner, not the jockey, in Ocala, had all my 2-year-olds that my agent John Moynihan picked out for me in the 09 sale, in the 08 sale, sorry. What happened was I got a call in late April from Jerry saying, I've got a horse that is capable of running with some of your nicer 2-year-olds down here. And I said, well, we have a Dominus and a Abide and Astrology. I think I'm all set. And he goes, no, I still want you to come to the May sale at Barrett's and take a look at this horse. So he then worked in 10 seconds flat at Barrett's, and I was supposed to be at Disney World with my 2 boys, and I snuck out and left them with a nanny and raced over to Barrett's, bought the horse, and got back in time to fly them home. And I ended up sharing the horse. David Shimon of Fog City bought a third. I kept 2/3, and we sat on the name for a year and wanted to wait for a horse that would fit the name. And after this summer with Bob Baffert called me one day and said, I really think this horse has ability. And I said, okay, let's use the name then.
So
that's how it became the Factor.
Where's the name from?
Well, it comes from 2 spots. Obviously, in the United States, it's from the Bill O'Reilly Show. And in Europe, some of the more important families in Europe call their accountants factors. And I was introduced at a party in Scotland 2 years ago, and this gentleman said, this is the Factor. And I thought, gosh, how exciting to have a man named the Factors on your payroll. And I came back and I thought, I'm going to reserve it. And it wasn't taken, which was really a fun surprise. And we just waited till we hopefully had a horse that would fit its shoes.
Saturday at Santa Anita was the first running of the Robert J. Frankel Stakes, honoring the late trainer.
Bobby Frankel, 43rd running, formerly the San Gorgonio. It's a grade 2, and editorial producer Karen Johnson takes us past the stands to remember a great trainer.
Bobby Frankel, who lost his battle with cancer in November 2009, saddled 917 winners and won 5 training titles at Santa Anita's winter meet during the course of his 43-year career. From his early days with bottom-level claimers to managing horses for owners with deep pockets, including a Saudi Arabian prince, Frankel conditioned more than 100 stakes winners at Santa Anita. Among them, champions Juan Desta, Bertrando, Possibly Perfect, Aldebaran, and Ryafan. Frankel's Santa Anita success were delivered in a multitude of Grade 1 events, including back-to-back victories in the Santa Anita Handicap with Milwaukee Brew, Hughes' triumph in the Santa Anita Oaks, and Possibly Perfect's bookend wins in the Santa Barbara Handicap.
Possibly Perfect, then Price Up, Possibly Perfect, one of them.
A fierce competitor, the Hall of Famer possessed a cockiness that was apparent even as a young trainer. He said in a 1974 Sports Illustrated article, quote, I definitely think I'm the best trainer in the business. I'm not scared of any other trainer alive, unquote. But Bobby's brashness and sometimes gruff manner were belied by his compassion for his horses and beloved Australian shepherd dogs who frequently accompanied him to Clocker's Corner during training hours.
I think it would please him very much. You know, Bobby was so great, totally devoted to the game, and that's the reason why he was so successful.
I always got along good with Bobby. Some guys didn't, but I don't know. I think he always kind of had a soft spot for my Uncle Warren, so me and Bobby always got along good, and I think Bobby deserves everything he gets. I think he was a credit to the business.
Well, it's a great thing, you know, and I think more tracks around the country should name a race after him because he was great for racing, and you know, everybody misses him, and I miss him. But you know, he's always had horses all over the country. He never was scared to run a horse.
It's a big thrill. I'm sure he'd be thrilled and honored that they recognized him. He's sorely missed by me and lots of people, and he was just different. He was a good friend, and you know, I miss him a lot, and I'll have a soft spot in my heart tomorrow when they announce these the winner and all the presentation. It'll be a special moment.
Race Day America caught up with a couple of Frankel's friends to share their thoughts on Bobby.
Julio, when you look back at Bobby's life, take us to where it all began for you and your relationship with Bobby.
Well, it starts, when I was working for Hirschfeld. I was a groom, and he claimed a horse. And I really, got mad, and my English was worse than now in those days. And he was with Willie Washington, and somebody else is a jockey agent, in San Francisco. And I jump on him. And 3 days later, we become brothers.
So you groom a horse. He claims it off of you, basically, off the trainer you're working
I was
for.
Yes.
And you go yell at him in in your broken English.
Yes.
Touch on Bobby and the impact that he had on you and your husband.
And my son for a very long time. I first met Bobby when David was an infant, and he walked up to me and said, "You're a school teacher. You know better than to talk baby talk to a baby." And I go, "Oh, okay," And then from that, it just grew. And later, he kind of drafted me. He wanted me to oversee things for him in his life. Bobby's last race that he watched was the Breeders' Cup Classic when Zenyatta won, and he was just so elated at the fact. He said to do that, he'd said to John, to do that when the whole world is watching is a lot of pressure, and congratulations. And then he actually asked to see John right before he died. And they talked about what it was like to train horses on such a level, a high-class worldwide level. And that was basically the last conversation Bobby had about horses. He didn't want to talk about them anymore after that. And John, it was very poignant. I do have to say this, when Bobby was congratulating him on everything and really saying what a great job he does and what a good horseman he is, Bobby was laying in a bed, and John squeezed his knee and went, "But you set the bar for all of us, Bobby." Absolutely. And Bobby goes, "Well, I don't know." And John said, "I do." It was a very
and we need the
big
tissue
moment.
box now. I know.
Well, it's true, because it's very special in someone's life.
I'm sure.
They come for home now, and Spring Style in the white cap. Go Forth North takes her on. Harmonious now lengthening her stride on the outside. Spring Style in front, Harmonious on the outside. Go Forth North at the rail. Spring Style, Harmonious going to hit it together. They hit the wires. Ooh, very close. Spring Style, maybe a nostril. Harmonious is right there.
Ben, just one race for this mare since Del Mar. Did you run on that allowance race at Hollywood with this race in mind to get her set for this one?
When she won the race at Hollywood, we thought this was it. She likes a bit of time in between her races, but I'm thrilled. My wife owns half and Zilla Redham owns the other half, so it's a big to get a Grade 2 win into her.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because she's running some stakes. She's run well. How important it is for you as owners and breeders in this business to get that Grade 2 down?
Well, she's bi-pivotal, so any black type makes her very valuable, and a Grade 2 win is going to be huge for her, so worth a lot of money now.
Type of mare we might see in this series, the turf series for the mares with the Santa Barbara and those races down the road here at the meet?
I would think so. Santa Barbara, certainly a mile and a quarter should suit her. But no, she's going the right way, and we're thrilled.
Santa Anita also honored the late Eddie Logan with a stakes race on Friday. Eddie ran the shoeshine business at the Great Race Place from the day the park opened in 1934 until early 2009. Logan was fondly known as the Footman and passed away in February of 2009.
Down the centre, here's 10 Devils in the white cap coming home gamely as well. They come for home, and it's Silver Medallion. 10 Devils battling this one out. Moment of weakness coming with a late run extreme outside. They come for home. Silver Medallion's holding on to it from 10 Devils. Silver Medallion to go all the way. Silver Medallion is 1.5 a length. 10 Devils was second. Moment of weakness finished third, and then Major Art.
Scott Blasi, you've won one of the most prestigious stakes here at Santa Anita, named for the footman, Eddie Logan. This is your first winner here at Santa Anita. What does that mean for the Steve Asmussen stable?
Well, we've got a lot of good horses beat here, so any win right now feels really good. This is a nice colt that Mike Ryan sent us out here for the winner to run on the grass, and he's trained well and ran like we thought he would.
Well, Scott, I wish you'd have told me that before the race, but we wish you the best of luck for the upcoming year. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
This is the last race you ride today, and it takes you into the new year. I believe it is your birthday tomorrow. Could it have ended any better than this today?
No, not at all. I mean, go out the year as a winner any time like that. It's a good feeling, and hopefully we come back tomorrow and start the year as a winner.
Santa Anita's second week of its 2011 meet included even more graded stakes.
Warren's Flyer chasing on the outside. California Nectar holding on to it though. Warren's Flyer can get her. And California Nectar and Pat Valenzuela have taken the California Breeders' Champion Stakes. Prodinsky, the usual QT, did not go on. And it's all Geronimo in a dominating performance today. Geronimo and Rafael Bejarano could not have been more impressive. They win it easy. Dilemma is flying. Regally Ready's right there, quick enough in the fray too. But Dilemma's doing best of all, and Dilemma perfectly ridden by Garrett Gomez. Dilemma comes along at the right time to win Going Away. Right up alongside us, Reba is tops on the inside, Broken Dreams. Evening Jewel did not go on with it, Unzip Me did. Unzip Me still powerful with 100 yards to run, and Unzip Me another scintillating performance today.
Trainer Eric Guillot returned to Southern California and was the season's first guest on Across the Board.
That was the thing that was so amazing, because I remember this race. I remember Modesto Linares getting on board. What was it about this horse? Was it just you knew enough about the horse at 32, you wanted to take it back?
Well, the horse was, I knew that I fixed the tendon good. I knew the tendon was great. I mean, the vets had said he'd never run again, and $250,000 later, here we go. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it wasn't great. So, everybody had knew. I had told some of my claiming trainer friends, I said, listen, this is a good horse. They still in with this horse, blah, blah, blah. He went 5 or 7, 8 in a row, whatever it was. You know, anywhere from 20 to 40 level, kind of. And then it just coincidental. My father-in-law, we was drinking one day at the bar at lunchtime, and he had a check from the state, $100,000 refund, and he went deposit it, and they took his check away to Hollywood. He didn't have money in the account, and he finally convinced me. I finally convinced him to claim the horse, and I think I made $250,000 with the horse after that, or something like that. I still got him. He's at the farm. He's been sterile for 7, 8 years. He's going to die. He's my first big horse. He's going to die, and I'm going to give him a big old, granite headstone, just like he was Seattle Salute.
Taking care of Papa.
That's really nice. You got to take care of those that take care of you. That's who I am. And as a correction to what you said earlier about the fame and the horse part, the money don't drive me. It never has. It never will. No, I was making $2,000 a day as a general contractor. I was 22 years old, and 2 beach properties, a 3-acre farm at 25. I mean, if I was still interested in the money, because I hated it, I loved getting up and making a living training horses.
What does drive you?
The horses, to being successful. I want to win the Triple Crown. I don't want to win the Derby. Every trainer wants to win the Derby. It'd be great to win the Derby, but if I win the Triple Crown, guess what? I won the Derby.
4-year-old filly Blind Luck put in a work over the new dirt surface at Santa Anita.
She had a very nice workout today, and I got her in 11.84, and she galloped out in 125.41. So, and out a mile and 39. So it's a very decent work for intermediate work between her last race and this one.
Where are you planning on starting her next, Jerry?
We're going to start January 16th here in the El Encino.
She's up for Eclipse Award for champion 3-year-old filly. What would it mean for you for her to clinch that title?
Well, I look to for my partners and the other people that have supported me. I really hope that she wins that, and for me, it would be nice for me. But I think she deserves it, and I hope that they will vote her 3-year-old filly of the year.
She went the last 3 furlongs in 35 flat, and she had a target in front of her, good horse named Runaway Bandito. I didn't think she was going to catch him. He was 7 lengths in front of her at the quarter pole. She not only catches him, but she's got to put her head in front at the wire because she just got to win. And she finished great and looked great. And, you know, it's really about the horse. You're a good, genuine horse. That's what we're looking for, and we're looking for the Blind Lucks, no doubt.
Saturday in South Florida was highlighted by the Tropical Park Oaks and Derby, along with other stakes during the weekend.
King Kongi ahead in front. Private Prize trying to hang tough. It's King Kongi and Javier Castellano, and they win the Tropical Park Derby. Dynamic Holiday, Triune, a brilliant idea. Greatest Dream trying to fight back. Dynamic Holiday, a brilliant idea, surging down to the line. Too tight to call in the Oaks. Joni's Catch trying to hang tough from the inside, but Too Clever for Words is too good, and Too Clever for Words wins the stage door Betty. But it's Changing Skies getting away. Changing Skies 2, 3, 4 lengths in front, and well on her way to a runaway win in the La Praviante.
Racing will be moving to Hallandale Beach on January 5th for opening day at Gulfstream Park.
Mike, Gulfstream's kind of a melting pot because you've got shippers coming from seemingly everywhere. New York, Woodbine, you've got horses from the Midwest as well. How do you separate them? And, of course, all the fields are so huge usually. As a handicapper, what is the most important thing that we need to know about trying to beat the races at Gulfstream?
probably to be patient the first month and let things sort themselves out a little bit. I mean, it is like comparing apples to oranges to pears to peaches. I mean, you've got horses coming from everywhere. Some of the problem, you get two of these horses that are coming off synthetic surfaces and running over here. One angle I found has been effective is that horses that have been racing on synthetic surfaces and maybe have not been doing that well, but have a history of running well on conventional dirt, if you can go back far enough in their PPs, you might get a price horse or two there using that type of angle. But other than that, the first month is really tough. I mean, I know a lot of guys that were ready to jump off the top of the roof by February 1st last year because it's just you have to be patient.
Tim, tell us about the change in post time, both with the start of the day and perhaps a later card on Fridays.
Right. Well, first of all, we're going to 12:55, and we've got some calls from our Palm Beach customers saying that, when you start at 1:15, it's a little bit later for us to drive on home and stuff. So the on track is important to us. We actually put the 12:55 in very carefully, trying not to, mix times with Tampa and Naira and around the country. So strategically, we've placed our times. Of course, we know all the factors that come into it. Not everything's perfect, but we've strategically put these times in to get the most betting wagers we can out of our product.
Aqueduct offered stakes racing this week, despite the wintry weather.
Heads apart for the lead with the 16th out. Ichabod Crane on the outside. Manteca at the rail. It's Ichabod Crane to win the Alex M. Robb. But Mies Rocks is holding on to the lead. Here comes Nicole H. now. Nicole H. moves to the lead under Ramon Dominguez. Nicole H. drawing away here in deep stretch, and it will be Nicole H. to win the Interborough. Monzon was last, is now making a run at JJ's Lucky Train. Monzon, JJ's Lucky Train. It's Monzon from last to first to win the Count Fleet. Preaching to the Devil leads by 3 lengths. The battle will be for second. It's going to be Preaching to the Devil, a clear-cut winner. It's Breath of Fresh Air, and she's clear by 4 lengths. Breath of Fresh Air wins the Ruthless.
Representing top jockey at Aqueduct Ramon Dominguez, agent Steve Rushing joined Race Day America on Thursday.
Unbelievable ride you and Ramon have had all along, because you've been together for how many years now?
On March 1st, it'll be 11 years.
I mean, that's something to be celebrated in itself. You see so many hirings and firings of riders and agents. What makes it click and work with the two of you?
I don't know. Well, I guess we're best of friends besides work partners, and he lets me do my job, and I let him do his job, and it just seems to work.
That's great to be best of friends, because communication really key with what you two do together. And how would you describe this year for Ramon in terms of amassing this $17 million plus in earnings? Was it primarily the stakes that set him apart, or was it his day-to-day efforts?
Well, I think it's a combination of things, actually. I mean, he did have a great year as far as stake wins, but he's also, won a lot of races, just a everyday race, and it's just a combination of things. We've been very fortunate, as you said, to not just have one bond, but we ride for a variety of people, which is really good.
That's all for HRTV this week. Here's a look at what's coming up next week.